Good morning. My name is Lorna Burr-Stewart and I'm Chair of NHS Tayside. Today is Armistice Day and we come together to pause and remember at 11 AM on the 11th day of the 11th month, members of the armed forces and civilians who lost their lives as a result of war or conflict. Our virtual Armistice Day service today provides an opportunity for healthcare staff to observe the traditional 2-minute silence safely and still ensure that we come together in spirit to pay our respects and acknowledge the sacrifices of others. We in health and care services also reflect this morning on all those past and present colleagues who have dedicated themselves to the care of others during times of conflict. It's the self-sacrifice of these doctors, nurses, members of the allied healthcare profession, orderlies, ambulance services, medical technicians, and those of the voluntary services like the Red Cross, without whom the casualties of war would be so much greater. In this, the World Health Organization's Year of the Nurse, we also remember those who died in the course of their caring duties. It is fitting that, here in Scotland, the National Hospital established to support efforts with the current COVID-19 pandemic is named after Louisa Jordan. Louisa Jordan was a nurse who in December 1914 volunteered for service with the Scottish Women's Hospital Service, nursing those with typhus, and died herself of typhus in Salonika, Serbia in 1915. As our collective memory of those two World War fades, we also pause to remember the sacrifices made in more recent conflicts: Korea, the South Atlantic, Northern Ireland, Afghanistan and Iraq, to name sadly a few. This year, 26-year-old Scot, Lance Corporal Brodie Gillen, serving as a reservist with the Scottish and Northern Ireland Yeomanry, was killed by a rocket attack whilst on active service deployed in Iraq on Operation Shader with the Irish Guards. Today we especially remember her and her family and all those who have been lost and those whose suffering continues. We acknowledge those who currently serve in the armed forces, on land, on sea and in the air, all those who protect our safety and freedom, along with those reservist colleagues who work amongst us daily but give of their free time. We also acknowledge members of the military who have worked closely with us all across the NHS during this COVID-19 pandemic. Today, we also recognise the sacrifice made by families, of the loss in conflict of fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, sons or daughters. As the daughter of one serviceman and the mother of another, I know firsthand of the concern we have for our loved ones whilst they are away and on active service. I would like to take this opportunity to invite you, if you can, to pause and reflect and join the Chief Executive, Grant Archibald, myself and others working in health and social care across Tayside in this act of remembrance. Thank you.
I'm Andrew Bennett, a chaplain at Nine Wells Hospital, and I lead this act of remembrance today. We're going to do this virtually due to the restrictions. I'm joined by Simon Johnson, consultant orthopaedic and trauma surgeon. He's also the officer commanding Clinical Squadron 205 Field Hospital, and he will lead us now in our words of remembrance.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.